What's happening, everybody? This is the Sports Judge. Hope you're having a great weekend so far. It's been wet and rainy here in Southern California, but other than that, it's all good in the neighborhood. I'm doing well this morning. Well, this afternoon now. I'm in a habit of saying good morning, but it's afternoon here on the West Coast. I wanted to talk a little NFL, the Dallas Cowboys, and Dak Prescott. It's already well known that the Dallas Cowboys aren't fully committed to Dak Prescott. When your quarterback is asking for $60 million, you have to be a bit cautious, right? And I think Jerry Jones is being just that. I think he's been cautious with how he handles this situation. Sure, Jerry Jones is in position to, dish out that kind of cash, but you don't just unwisely give out that kind of money to a quarterback who has underperformed, underachieved, and fallen short in the playoffs. I mean, we know what he is capable of doing during the regular season, and we've seen what he's done during the regular season. It's always horrible to watch a team that is almost expected to win every year and then fall short, in large part because of quarterback play. Some of y'all act like Dak is in the same tier as Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson when he really isn't. Now, I've praised Dak Prescott. You guys heard me say good things about him. Dak isn't a bad quarterback. I'm not saying he is, but you can almost predict every January that this Cowboys team is going to choke, and I think Jerry Jones realizes that Dak ain't worth that asking price. The first word that comes to mind when I think of Dak is not overrated, but a playoff bust. I think he's relatively good in the regular season, but when his team needs him to deliver in the playoffs, he has one or two bad plays, an interception, a fumble, a game-changing turnover that ends up costing the team. So sorry. Sorry, but he's not a $60 million quarterback. He just isn't. All of which leads to Jerry Jones finally saying, you know what? I'm not paying him that. I give Jerry Jones a lot of credit for the way he has handled the Dak Prescott contract situation. We're left to wonder what's going to happen with the uncertainty surrounding Dak's future, and above all, whether or not Jones is going to let Prescott test free agency after the 2024 season. Look, I'm not paying a quarterback who is 2-5 in the postseason $60 million per year. You're out of your mind if you think I'm paying that. I'm not paying that. And I don't know if anyone is going to pay him that kind of money, outrageous money. He never wins a big game. I don't know if you can call Dak a franchise quarterback. You play quarterback for a brand name franchise. A big difference, right? That doesn't make you a franchise quarterback. And I think by now, Jerry is finally facing reality and realizes Dak is not going to be the reason the Cowboys win a Super Bowl. Now, he wants Dallas to give him a $60 million handout. Don't do it. You gotta make Dak earn it. We've gotten to this point where Dak Prescott's future is hanging in the balance. Jerry Jones, I think he has, thought this one out or thought this one over carefully. And instead of being overzealous or impetuous, he's being cautious. He's looking years down the road. Do I pay this guy? Or will I be wise by letting him walk in free agency? It used to be where Jerry Jones would just pay people whether the asking price, whatever the asking price is, right? I would laugh in Dak's agent's face if he demanded $60 million. I would bust up laughing. You're a damn lunatic if you think I'm paying you more than Patrick Mahomes. And quite frankly, the way I see it, you need to be drug tested. This time, I think Jerry is not making the same mistake. This time, I think Jerry finally gets it. It doesn't matter if he had a statistically good season because obviously Dak has shown time and again that he's not built for the playoffs. It's what he didn't do in the postseason or hasn't done in the playoffs. I speak for everyone when I say all signs point to the Dak Prescott era coming to an end. I'm starting to think after next season, he won't be back with a contract extension. And now, if you were to tell me that Dak is the Cowboys quarterback after this season and beyond, I tend to have a different take. But man, oh man, the guy who loves to boast about Dak and predicts that he'll be at the top of his game in 2024 and that he'll win a Super Bowl and all this other stuff, and yet, like at the same time, you seem inclined to let your star quarterback walk. The fact that the suggesting being that both sides are done negotiating a contract extension tells me that you're not all in on him like you say you are. Jerry can't have both. He can't have it both ways. Not in Jerry's world. I'm sorry. It doesn't work like that. If Dak is this Super Bowl worthy quarterback he says he is, then you pay him that way. If he's not what you say he is and you let him go, then you've got to get something for him before you just let him walk. I think you have to consider trading him. And so there's been a real switch in far as how Jerry does business. There is once upon a time it was that Jerry Jones used to, shell out a hefty price for guys like Dak. And I truly believe Jerry finally woke up and now see what we've been saying this whole time. You made a mistake with the Dak Prescott contract. Your quarterback was paid a ton of money and hasn't been that guy to get your team to the Super Bowl. If you know you're not going to pay him, then persuading him into accepting a trade and trading him would be ideal. It's better to move on from Dak than years from now. So, again, I think a decision has already been made here, and it's not like Dak is on Patrick Mahomes' level that you have to get a deal done for him. But I think next season is the last year we'll see Dak in a Cowboys uniform. I truly believe that. I truly believe that. I just feel that way because Jerry Jones is never hesitant to pay his players such. They're usually at the table working out a new deal, and usually a deal is done by now. That's how Jerry usually operates. This has been my theory on the Cowboys as I watch this whole thing drag on. And if I were Jerry Jones, I'm not paying a guy that outrageous price when he has just one legit playoff win. I'm not doing that. The only way I see Dak getting that $60 million a year is with a Super Bowl win next season. Dak needs to earn that money. That seems realistic to win a Super Bowl, I guess. You can say with all the talent on this team, but as we all know too well, the Dallas Cowboys always find a way to blow it, and Dak fails to deliver. Every year, it seems. The only thing that stands out is mutual, meaning they both decided, hey, we're not going to do anything to the contract. I don't want any more money. I don't want to be here for more years than just this one. I'm going to play out. We're not restructuring the deal. We're not doing anything. We're not going to do anything. So for both parties, there's mutual understanding, obviously. I think it's also the Dallas Cowboys saying, you know what? another season of what we just went through. It was phenomenal. It was great. He had a statistically good year. He was dominant for a stretch of the season. During the regular season, we're bringing everybody back. But we lost to Green Bay. We got embarrassed and blown out at home. Maybe it's time to hit the reset button and go into a different direction. It's probably wise to play out this year, and we see what next year brings us. And so for Dak, when this season wraps up, I don't think he'll stay with the Dallas Cowboys. And there will be a number of teams, believe it or not, in play for him when he hits the open market. Best believe he'll have many suitors. There will be a handful of teams that are looking for a quarterback. They're going to look at Dak Prescott. They're going to look at the fact that he makes our team better. We bring him here and feel like we have the pieces in place, plug him in, and compete. And so, what is once someone's trash becomes someone else's treasure, right? That's the famous saying. So I think he'll go somewhere else. He'll fit in nicely, and he will rejuvenate that team, make that offense better wherever he goes. But I don't see it happening in Dallas. I think he's worn out his welcome in Dallas. I think that time is coming to an end. I think he might need a change of scenery. I think a change of scenery will be good for him, And who knows what Dallas is going to do with the quarterback situation if he does leave the Dallas Cowboys. But that's obviously a different story for another day. But I can see Dak in another uniform after next season. And I think there will be, I think he'll find a new home somewhere in the National Football League. Take care, everyone. Thanks for watching. If you guys haven't already, please do me a huge favor. Hit that subscribe button. It's a little chilly out here. I'm going to go back in. It's been raining. The rain has stopped suddenly, but it's very cloudy and cold. We'll talk soon, guys. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate the love and support. Take care, everyone.